Hi, my name's Jerry Edgar. I'm a member of Dummies Model Flying Club, and I thought I'd spend a bit of time explaining about drones and aeroplanes. Right, I think I'm recording, yes? Yeah, right. Okay, drones and model aircraft. Basically, what I've in my hands are basically two unmanned vehicles. This is a drone, definitely. It relies on thrust to keep it in the air. It tends to beat the laws of physics into submission. This is a model airplane. It flies slightly different. It relies on its wings. It relies on a little electric motor there for thrust. What keeps it in the air is the airflow over the wings. That's basically the difference between what I would call a multi-rotor, which is obviously a drone, and a model airplane, this here. Now they're both classed as drones. There's my drone registration, if you can see it. Somewhere on there, yeah. This one, unfortunately, is defunct. It was a quite expensive model, but it didn't belong to me. But to replace batteries in it are about 70 quid a shot, so I don't think anybody would want to bother with that much. But yeah, this is basically a model airplane. You can see the differences. What I'll cover later on is how they actually fly and how they're controlled and how a wing works. Just basically, this is just, I'm aiming this at people that are just kind of starting, and there doesn't seem to be any point where you can start and learn about these things. So this is basic stuff. Right, so you're happy with what a model airplane is, you're happy with what a drone is. They're both unmanned vehicles. Drones are very sophisticated. They contain gyros, they contain GPS, they have functions like return to home, they carry cameras, and they're very sophisticated. They have what you call a flight controller as well, which basically sorts all the problems out, and they move by varying the power to each rotor. This has got control surfaces, and we'll cover that later on, but there's a bit of the basic difference between the two. There's nothing to say you can't put gyros, cameras, GPS in a model airplane, but it's horses for courses. This is a lot simpler than this, but this is harder to fly than this, and that's the difference, and that's where you get the fun out of the actual hobby. It's a wee challenge to get this up in the air and flying. So right, we'll leave that for now, and I'll get back to you with another wee subject. I'll just